Welcome to Streams of Income with self-help author Ryan Rieger. For the next hour, you'll hear proven methods for how to live the multiple income streams dream. Ryan is passionate about helping others discover their gifts and start their own business. He's published 5 books, and his courses and group coaching programs have changed the lives of thousands of students all over the world. Ryan's books include Private Label, The Easy Way, Finding Your Grace Place, and his latest, Streams of Income. And now, here's your host, Ryan Rieger.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Streams of Income radio show. I'm your host, Ryan Rieger, and today I just want to give you an update on what's going on in my business and some things that I want to share with you that I think will encourage you in your own journey. So as you know, I sold my Legends group, all the Amazon-related content that I was doing, all of the courses, all of the books related to selling on Amazon, sold that to my friend and a student. It's so crazy calling him a student because he's far surpassed me in Amazon sales and everything related to Amazon, but that's Jimmy Smith. He bought the Legends group from me back in May. And so since then, I've been on a journey of trying to figure out what is next. And I already knew kind of some of the projects I was going to be working on when I sold that group, but it's literally like I went from cranking away, doing really well. And then now I've got a startup. I'm in startup mode again, which is very weird because I was in kind of a maintenance mode on the business that I had where things were going really well. I had it down to where I had a good team in place that were essentially running the day-to-day part of the group for me for the most part. And I did not spend nearly as much time every month as I was at the beginning when we started that business. So now I'm just in a brand new season. It's an exciting season. Guys, I will be honest. It's a scary season going from having all that monthly recurring revenue down to no monthly recurring revenue. Yes, I did get a payout from the sale, which is helpful. But it's just weird not having that recurring revenue every month. And I'm telling you, recurring revenue is where it's at. You've got to get to that in your business. Find a way to have that predictable income coming in. That just makes things so much more stable. When you've got that predictable income coming in, you can think clearer. You can dream bigger. You're not so scattered, like, where's the paycheck going to come from? You're able to think, okay, what is this next step? You're able to work from a 30,000 foot view instead of like right down in your business. You're able to put teams in place and have people work the day-to-day part of your business to where you can be working on your business instead of in your business. So it's just fascinating to look back at the journey that I had and did, and then sold that business. And now I actually am working with Stephen Hibbert to even like, how can we help other business owners do the same? How can we help other business owners go from idea stage to incubation stage, to accelerate stage, and then to sell stage? So we'll talk more about that in the coming weeks and months. First of all, join our Streams of Income Facebook group. I'll put the link in the show notes here, but when I wrote the book Streams of Income and started the podcast 4 years ago, I created a Facebook group for it. There's a little over 1,000 members in that group, and that group hasn't been too terribly active recently, especially since I sold the Legends group. Really haven't known what to do with that. Everything I had pointed to the Legends group, and now that I've sold that, I'm trying to rediscover what I want to do with that and how I want to serve people in that way. So we're going to start coffee hangouts with me and Stephen Hibbert. Stephen's been on my show many times. He's often my co-host on this show. But on Thursday, November 2nd, so next Thursday, as you're listening to this, 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern, we're going to have a coffee hangout. Just come on the, it's going to be an open Zoom call, Brady Bunch style. You don't have to be on camera if you don't want to be. You can totally turn that off, and you can mute. You don't even have to say anything. But I do want to interact with some of you that have questions about starting or growing a business. It's not going to be a place we're going to talk much about Amazon. If you have detailed Amazon questions, make sure you're in the Legends group for that. This is going to be more for things outside of e-commerce, sure, I still feel like I can speak into an e-commerce business and help you think through, things that you maybe not have thought of. But it's going to be more for if you want to start a course, write a book, start a podcast. I feel like I could probably speak into about any type of business and give you some maybe things you haven't thought of before, how to use a team, how to scale your business, how to get it ready for exit. Those are things we want to talk about. But if you're at any stage of the business where you haven't started yet, and you're trying to think about what would be a good idea for you, if you've already have some ideas and you're trying to just figure out how to get those launched, if you've got a business launched and you want to accelerate it, or you've got questions about what's like to sell a business, come join those coffee hangouts and just listen in, ask a question if you want, but it's going to be like just an ask me anything type of session where we're just going to take questions and we'll see how it goes. One thing I've learned over the years is I absolutely love having conversations with entrepreneurs, and this is going to give me that outlet to be able to do that. It's totally free. Just come join. I'll put the link in the show notes to that Facebook group for you to get in there, because that's where we're going to post a link for the Zoom call. But what I wanted to share today is just to kind of give you an update on the translation software and just something that the Lord was showing me the other day. So I'll be honest, creating a brand new startup, starting something from scratch is hard. It's not like, maintaining a business. It's not like buying a business. Not that those things aren't hard, but it's just different. I'm in a different season. And so things are a little bit slow. I've got a lot of lines in the water for you fishermen. You understand that example? I've reached out to a lot of different people, and things are just slow right now. Waiting for that bite of fish, for that first fish to come up. But I was, and being an entrepreneur, I don't like waiting around. It's no fun to wait around. I want to do it now, get it done now. I'm ready for this thing to take off now, and it hasn't. But I've been here before. Nothing that I've built was an overnight success ever. But it's just weird to be in the startup stage again. So I was out praying probably just about a couple of weeks ago. And I just wanted to get some direction and confirmation from the Lord that I was on the right track, doing what I was supposed to be doing. Because you know what? If I understand some things are just in God's timing, and there's just there is a waiting period. You're waiting on clients. You're waiting on people to get their act together. You're waiting on people to say yes, because some of these organizations we're talking to, they're bigger, and so there's a waiting period just naturally, because you're not going to have one person that can say yes all the time. There's a process that they have to go through, and so it's just taking time. And as an entrepreneur, I want things right now. So I was praying, and I just say, Lord, am I on the right track? Like, it's okay if I don't want to be delaying things. I want you to tell me if I need to be contacting other industries, other people, if there's anything I'm doing to delay it, just show me, let me know what I need to be working on. Because frankly, it's not fun waiting around. And so I just got this picture of, now I'm not a, go in the woods survival type guy at all, but this is the picture I've got, where it was a person that is in the woods trying to make a fire, where you've got this wood, the stick in between your hands, and you're rubbing it really fast on like a stone, and you've got some, leaves or something down there that you're wanting to catch fire. And so you're rubbing the stick very fast in between your hands. And I just sensed the Lord telling me through that that's what I'm doing. And there is some smoke. I just need to keep doing that, because he's going to breathe on that, and it's going to start a fire. And so that encouraged me to know that, yes, I'm on the right direction. I'm doing the right thing. I just need to keep doing that. And I just need to keep rubbing that stick together, and it will take off. There will be a fire. I don't know if it's going to be a massive fire from the beginning or not. Who knows? We will see. But there was just encouragement to keep going, keep doing what I'm doing, keep reaching out to the people I'm reaching out to, look for other opportunities as well, but just keep rubbing my hands together on that piece of wood to get that fire started. So what does that look like practically for me? So for example, we were in talks with a decent sized podcast network that was interested in having at least a couple of their podcasts translated into Spanish. So we did the test clips for them, sent them over to them. It took a while for them to get back to us, but they were like, "Oh, this is amazing. We love it. Let's talk further." So we did, and just got an email not too long ago from the main person that we were connecting with, and said that their senior vice president had decided to pause their Spanish translation efforts. And so she seemed really bummed in the email, but that they would get back to me when and if they were going to start thinking about that again. And so, yes, that's obviously not a fun email to read. It was like, my goodness, we spent all that time and effort cultivating that relationship, doing those test clips. We did full podcasts with music and everything for them, and it just didn't work out yet. But I know these things happen in business. I've been around business. I've had my own business since 2008. So I know that there are things that are disappointing, things that you wish would go a different way. And this one did not. But being an entrepreneur, being somebody that likes to take action, whether this is right or not, or the best, I don't know, but I did not want to wait around. So here's what we've done. I got with my team and we went ahead and found we wanted to go ahead and do audio Bibles in other languages. And so we've launched a French version of the Bible. I'll put a link in the show notes if you want to check it out. We found a French version of the Bible. It's already been translated, and we're adding a really nice voice to it. And it's just an audio Bible. I have a really good friend who has probably the top audio Bible podcast. And so he's got music playing to it, and his voice is amazing. And so we're doing just kind of the same exact thing, but in French. We just launched a Russian one. And we're just going to start with the book of Matthew and go through. We'll start with the New Testament and then work on the Old Testament. But we're just doing it. We're just taking action. And we've already got like 27 downloads on the French version already. And these are not people. Some of them are our team checking it, but half of those are people that have already found our podcast that we have no idea who they are. And so we're just taking action. We're just doing it. And I just wanted to share with you that there are things that you may be waiting on in your business. You may be starting a new project and it's slow. You may be testing out a new idea and it's slow. Just keep rubbing that together. I hope that encourages some of you who just need this word. I don't believe it's just for me either. If it's a dream from the Lord, if it's something you know you're supposed to do, just keep doing what you're doing. There will be an opportunity. There will be a time when it just takes off. And if that particular idea doesn't, the Lord's going to give you direction, wisdom, guidance. You're going to learn from what we call failures. Like if it's not really a failure, it's not like, if we launch this podcast and it doesn't work, that we're done and it's over. We'll learn from this and then go on and do it and keep doing, keep getting it better. Try another way, there's always a way around. There's always a way through. If God has given you a dream, placed a business idea in your heart, do it. Take action now. Keep rubbing that wood in between your hands until it starts smoking. Keep talking to people. I found that one of the best things for me to be doing is just having conversations, talking to folks that could be potential clients, or just telling people about what we're doing, because connections start to happen. Do not get discouraged when it takes longer than you thought it would. Don't get discouraged when there's an obstacle, because man, we as entrepreneurs are made to jump over obstacles. We're made to burrow through. We're made to make a tunnel through those obstacles, through that mountain that seems to be standing in front of us. And just don't get discouraged today. If there's something you've been working on for a while that doesn't seem to be happening, just go and spend some time with the Lord and get some direction on what you're supposed to be doing. Is there somebody else you're supposed to talk to? Is there a different angle that you're supposed to come at this thing? But just be real with him. Tell him, like, God, this is frustrating. This idea that I feel like you've given me is just not happening like I thought it was going to happen. He'll give you direction. He'll give you guidance. He'll give you confirmation about what you're supposed to be doing. Man, take advantage of the help that he wants to provide for you in your business. He cares about your business, and he wants you to be successful. He wants you to, because that business was not given just for you. He's giving you that idea to write that book, start that podcast, create that course, because he wants you to be a blessing to so many other people, and business can be that outlet. So I hope that's encouraging you, because with this new startup we're doing, this is just a weird new season for me, where it's like I've gone from doing really, really well in business, and now it's like, wow, we're starting this thing over again. And it's brand new. It's different. It's fun. It's exhilarating, exciting, scary all at the same time. And so I hope that will be a blessing to some of you that are maybe struggling a little bit right now with not sure what to do. I definitely encourage you to come on our coffee hangouts that we're going to be doing. We're going to do at least 2 in the month of November. So again, November the 2nd, 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern. Come to our Facebook group and you'll have all the details on where you can jump on those calls. And we're just going to take questions, hang out, and see what comes of it. I really, really, really love serving entrepreneurs. This is just so fun. When I get off of a call with entrepreneurs, it's just so energizing for me. And I would say, find that thing that energizes you. What when you are doing that, it just seems like the time just goes so fast. You're having so much fun. And you, after doing that, you're like, wow, that was life-giving. That it wasn't draining. Find the things that are life-giving to you and do more of those. Find a business that allows for you to be able to, follow your passions, that the thing that just lights you up. The thing that when you are done with that, it's like, man, that was amazing. I want to do more of that. And for me, that's having conversations with entrepreneurs. And so that's what we want to steer that group towards. And we'll see what comes from that. Who knows how we might serve entrepreneurs in that group and beyond. But we just want to open the door to have conversations. And how can we help you move forward? You're always welcome to email me, ryan@ryanrieger.com. Always willing to exchange emails. I want to help you. I'm here to serve. I feel like I have a unique angle now after having started, scaled, and sold a business. And maybe you never want to sell your business. That's totally fine. But if you're in any of those buckets where you've trying to think of an idea to start, you have some ideas and you're not sure which one, you've got a thing that's kind of going and you want to scale it, or you've kind of been chugging along pretty well and now you're thinking, what would it be like to sell this business? I feel like we can help you. So come into that group. We want to help. We want to see how we can serve you. But I hope that encouraged you today. Just wanted to, I know this is a shorter episode, but just wanted to just help you out that, what, if the Lord gave you an idea, keep going, keep chugging away, and he'll show you what to do. He'll give you the wisdom. Love you guys. See you next week.
You've been listening to Streams of Income with self-help author Ryan Rieger. From right here in the Dallas Metroplex, Ryan teaches several entrepreneurial courses and group coaching programs to students all over the world. Be sure to listen next week at the same time for Streams of Income with Ryan Rieger.